YouTube, welcome to OGMarv Whispers. I'm your host, OGMarv. I downloaded an app called Bigo, B-I-G-O. And within 10 minutes of me being on that app, at least 10, 15 young ladies approached me, introduced themselves, and within minutes were asking me to buy them Steam cards or there's some other card that they like. It just blows me away that that they have the gall and the nerve to do that, not even knowing who I am. I could be the police for all they know. They don't know me. I wasn't even there long enough for nobody to even. In fact, they even asked me. So they didn't even try to get to know me or what I do or who I am or any of that. They went, into talking about sex and then went right to, hey, can you buy me a Steam card? This is crazy. This is goddamn fucking crazy. And if I ever catch one of my daughters doing some shit like that, I'm gonna be talking to them. Okay. Of course, I think that none of my daughters would have the nerve to do that because they don't know that I'm all over this internet. And if they do some shit like that, I'm bound to see it sooner or later. It's mind-boggling how they think it's okay to do that. And then they wonder why some of them end up getting killed or getting hurt or getting raped. It's because they do shit that is risky, and they risk themselves, to that, or expose themselves rather to that that risk of having something bad happening to them. You would think that as a lady or as a female in general, their safety would be what matters to them most. Anytime anybody is talking to you on the internet, if the person that you're talking to is computer savvy, they can trace where you are. So, you have to think about your own safety first. That's got to be first and foremost. It's just really risky, and I'm just kind of blown away by the lack of security consciousness. In today's world, everybody needs to be aware of their surroundings, and even on the internet, who's talking to them or who they're talking to. Like I say, guys out there and some ladies too that are computer savvy and know how to operate a computer and know some of the inner workings of it, can find out exactly where you are. As a matter of fact, there are apps out there that will help you do that without even having to do too much of anything other than download, and especially on phones. It's just crazy. Don't put your life on the line trying to be slick, trying to get money from men and not do anything for it. There's always a downside to everything that is even good, and you have to take that into consideration. Besides the fact that you're looking like a hoe and you're kind of looking kind of ignorant, it shows a lack of having any values of yourself and your life. So doing that kind of stuff, and you're involving yourself in risky behavior, then when something fucked up happens to you, don't look nowhere. Don't look nowhere but in the mirror, because you got only yourself to blame. That's the bottom line. I would hope that I would hope like hell that none of my daughters are engaging in that sort of activity. It's just not worth it. It's easier to go out there and get a job. Why don't people understand that? What part of that don't young people get? It's actually very easy to get a job, excuse me, and have a regular paycheck, not have to risk your life or sell your body or do any of those things that are disrespectful. If you don't, you gotta at least respect yourself. If you're out there trying to get steam cars and wow something, I don't know what the hell all they got out there, but if you're trying to get those things and trying to get money from people by talking sexually to them, working them up and ultimately uh, um, getting them to get excited enough to want to send you something, you're risking a lot, and it's really not worth it. I don't know what I have no idea what the and I guess at some point I will look this up. I have no idea what percentage of men that are propositioned actually actually do the deed. But I can tell you one thing, not me. I have never been a person that wanted to just go around, like as a young guy. I never went to clubs. Most of I used to drive a bus back in the day. Most of my brethren, went to the club and drank and did all kinds of stuff. And I was always of a mind that I'm not fixing to buy no lady a drink who I ain't fucking, or I don't know if I'm gonna get some. I mean, that's just me. I wasn't going to invest in anything that wasn't a sure thing, like the stock market. I don't invest in the stock market because, especially on the internet, because a lot of these new startup companies and things, I don't know if you know this, but only about 2 or 3% of startup companies actually are successful and worth the investment. Most of them are not. Most of them fold up and you lose your investment. Whatever money you put into it is gone. It's not like they're going to say, well, we didn't make it, so here's your money back. It doesn't work like that. If it did, I would invest, but it don't. So I don't. I don't do anything risky in life. That's one of the reasons why I'm 67 years old. And I've been on this planet for 67 years because I don't risk nothing. I'm not willing to risk anything. If it's a gamble, I'm not doing it. I don't gamble. I don't even go to Reno. And when I do go to Reno, I do go to Reno sometimes. But when I do go there, I don't go there to gamble. I go there to eat. I like the food. It's some of the casinos. Putting my money in that slot machine is not something that makes me happy or turns me on. I remember when I first met Mary, and I'm not met her, but when we reconnected, and just before we got to be a couple, I went to Reno and to help a friend of mine move up there. And I was talking to her as I was walking through the casino. She was like, "Why don't you just at least put a quarter in one of the machines?" My mindset was, "No, I'm not putting a quarter in the machine. I'd rather take that quarter and have it go to a hamburger. I'd rather eat than gamble." That's just me. I used to live in Reno. Those casinos and listening to them, the machines that are going off didn't call my name. Didn't wasn't calling me to come do it. Now the the restaurants, on the other hand, I smell all that good food. That was calling me, and yeah, I'd answer the call. Okay, because I love to eat. One, I'm not big as a house because I do eat a lot. Mary just made me some gumbo yesterday, and I'm just to go tear me some up, and probably after I get done doing this video. So I love gumbo. I can eat gumbo every day. Never get tired of it. And Mary's a damn good cook. So, well, hell, I'm known for having women that can cook because I won't have a woman in my house that can't cook. You can't cook. You cannot be Mrs. Marvel. Simple as that. I don't care how good your pussy is, how good you look. If you don't have no skills in that kitchen, I ain't trying to hear you. Bottom line. I'd rather have an ugly woman that can cook than a pretty woman that don't know shit about the kitchen. That's just me. I'm just funny like that. Anyway, all my teams lost today. It's Sunday. Very disappointing Sunday, football-wise. I don't know what's wrong with my teams. I have no idea what the hell is the problem. Especially with the Eagles, Carson Wentz is really not a half-bad quarterback, but maybe he's not the answer. Maybe he's not. Derek Carr, I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I have a buddy who I can't find named Robert Perry who doesn't think that David Carr is all that good. But no matter how good you are, if you don't have a cast around you when you're playing football, if you don't have outstanding wide receivers or running backs, things of that nature, it doesn't matter how good your quarterback is. If those other people aren't operating on all 8 cylinders, your team's not going to do well. So this year, so far, my teams are not doing well. 49ers, Raiders, and the Eagles are all trying to figure it out still. This is week 3. So I'm very disappointed so far. Good thing I don't gamble, because if I did gamble, I lost my ass. That's another reason why I don't gamble, because I'm not that lucky. If you've been on this earth 67 years and ain't never won, the only thing I've ever won in my life was, I think, when I was about 13 or 14. I won. It was supposed to be a $5 silver coin, or 5 $1 coins, or something like that. At any rate, that's not what they sent me. I did win that, but what they sent me was a check for $5. That was disappointing too. Life's full of disappointments, and not very many, good, pleasant surprises. At least not for me. That's one of the reasons I don't gamble, because I already know it's not in the cards for me to win. Getting money that way is not the way I'm going to get it. If I ever get a substantial amount of money, it won't be through that mode of operating. So at any rate, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the Sunday, finish my beer, and my joint, and enjoy the rest of the day. Because now I don't give a damn who wins the Seahawks Cowboy game. That's the one that's being shown. I don't like either one of them. I can't stand Russell Wilson, and I ain't too happy about that fellow that runs the Cowboys offense either. I can't think of his name. Anyway, that's my contribution to enlighten you. I'm going to end my show for today unless I get another piece of something I just got to say a little later on. If you're in here watching, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like my show, and let me know you were here. I appreciate it. This is OGMarv. You were watching OGMarv Whispers. Enjoy the rest of your day as well.